I'm so glad, Stephanie, that you stuck this one in here, so we can spend some time on this. So let me just kind of set it up. So I actually did a road trip to New Jersey over the weekend. So I had about 8 hours of where I'm just sitting or listening to the radio, talking here and there, but I have my phone out and I'm just all over whatever social media because it's kind of like just bored 8 hours sitting in a car. And I'm looking at all these people posting about Instagram and didn't Instagram used to be for pictures, and why is there so much video on a picture platform and all this? And I didn't dig into it, but I was like, man, why is everybody collectively mad at Instagram all of a sudden?
Hmm.
I guess we're about to find out. So Stephanie,
That's
why don't
right.
you tell us what is going on with social media, and like some of the
Instagram is
biggest social
having
media players in the world are having some issues right now.
like there is literally a change.org petition that has 285,000 signatures as of me looking at it today. Make Instagram again. And Instagram is going through some kind of identity crisis in an effort to keep up with TikTok, who is crushing the game right now. They are trying to do the one thing that they did back off on, like kind of all the way, was they were doing full screen videos in feed. So whatever you saw in your feed would be a full screen instead of that little, 6x6 Instagram square that you're used to seeing. It would look like TikTok. It would take up your whole phone. And it's like
Mhm.
if I wanted to watch it, I would just watch TikTok. Like I don't want to see that on Instagram. So they kind of fell back on that. But they also, people don't like the recommendations because the majority of a lot of people's feeds now are recommendations from people they don't know and don't follow instead of the actual people they want to engage with because they followed them on purpose. So Instagram's like, we'll, and the recommendations aren't great. The recommendation algorithm is not great at all. It sucks actually. And so now you're recommending stuff I don't want to see at all, and I can't see my friend stuff. Adam Masseri's response to that was you could use, because their Instagram, you do have like you have feeds where you can just follow, you can just go in your feed with the people that you follow specifically. You can look at your chronological feed, and I think there's even another close friends or something like that that you can specify. He's like, well, you can just look at your close friends feed or whatever. I'm like, but my feed is my feed. I don't want to be looking at three different feeds. I want to look at the
Mhm.
feed that I put together when I signed up for this damn app and just look at the people that I follow. So yeah, Instagram is really going through a crisis right now. I mean, like I said, they backed off because the Kardashians, kind of went public. Chrissy Teigen had something to say on Twitter about it. But he basically said, like, we're gonna, kind of slow down, but this is the direction we're going, whether you like it or not, because we just believe that our metrics show us that people are engaging with video more on our platform than not. So this is the direction we're going, and y'all can take it or leave it. And I think people may start to leave it.
And the only one, and so this is my problem with it, right? They pushed, they being Instagram or Meta, the parent company, they pushed video on
Right.
us by doing all those tricks, right? And we, as the consumers, consume the video. They do all these recommended,
Right.
they do the full screen, they do all these things. And then their algorithm then turns around and says, oh, we got all these people interacting with
That's
video.
because
So
you only
obviously they
showed us
want more
video.
video.
It's a
Exactly.
vicious
It's like,
cycle. And it's like, if you only
right.
show me video, I'm only going to be able to look at video.
Right. And so, like you said, old boy Adam Masseri, is that his
Yeah.
name?
Mhm.
Yeah, he had this long speech where he
Oh,
said,
yeah.
"Well, our metrics show us that people are engaging with video," and it's like, because you're only showing us
Exactly.
video.
Totally
He said,
manipulating.
"Well, the
Oh yeah,
right, exactly."
he put out a two
Go
minute
ahead.
and 28-second video. This has a whole lot of stuff, but I just want to paraphrase. Your videos make us money, so
That's it.
that's
But
the story.
that's
Um,
only until something
Until
else
something else
comes. There'll
comes
be
along. That's
another.
the
mhm.
thing.
There'll be another something, and then Instagram be chasing that, and then that goes
Yeah,
back to the original question: what
What is
is
your
your identity?
identity? Yes.
Right?
yeah.
Are you providing a platform where people to share photos, or are you a platform where people create content to monetize? Are you just a video feed? Are you a social
Who are
place?
you,
Because they tried the whole
Instagram?
clubhouse thing
Right,
with the
right.
audio and the rooms, and
It,
it's
Who
like, well,
are you?
it
what is
it
Instagram?
really
What are you?
has changed. I mean, back in the day, like 3 years ago, way back, um, I was big into Instagram. I had two brands. One had about 57,000 followers. The other one, that I still has like 27, 28,000. I haven't posted anything meaningful on the account that I still have probably in 3 pushing 4 years, because um I have zero videos up there. Like I said, of the 500-600 posts that I have, there might be a video here and there, but it's probably, I would, what is greater, 10 or the number of videos that I have? 10 is the bigger number out of literally hundreds of posts that I have on that account. And it just started to change, and it's like, I can very easily post a picture. I don't have time to go get lights right and do all this kind of stuff and try to
Absolutely not.
win the algorithm game
The
against
Well,
people
audio
whose
and
job it is to actually be
and
on Instagram.
the
So it
thing
kind of fell off
about it
for me.
is, if you're going to force us to make reels better. Reels is shitty AF. Like, you can't. I'm going on record. Reels is shitty. It's the worst user interface I've ever interacted with. It is well under featured to compare to TikTok. Like, literally, it's almost it's not impossible to do. I've made reels in the app, but most often I'll just shoot vertical video on my own and upload it to Instagram and TikTok. I rarely shoot in app on either one of those platforms. But the amount
Mhm.
of stuff you can't do in a reel versus what you can do in TikTok is ridiculous. And it's just like,
Right.
stop forcing these things on us before they're ready. That's my whole thing. Same with Facebook
Mhm.
trying to force Facebook down Kenyans' throats, and you ain't got people that even understand the language. Like, the reels ain't ready. Reels ain't ready. It's a shitty product. It sucks like big time. I hate reels so bad. And it's just like, I do. I just hate it so bad. So it's like, stop trying, like, get it right first. You testing everything is all beta, and I'm rolling it out to some people and not some people. I uploaded a TikTok on Instagram today, and I got that notification that said all video will be uploaded as reels. And it finally
Yep.
uploaded my video, because
Yep.
I didn't even have, because Instagram switched to 90-second reels like a year ago, and they were rolling it out to, on a rollout base. I still didn't even have 90-second real access to this day, because I tried to do one like 3 days ago, and
Mhm.
I was like, I still don't have the option to choose 90 seconds. But now that they're forcing us to do reels, now you took my whole video, which was over a minute, and uploaded it with no problem. So I'm just like, what are you even doing right now, Instagram? Like, what are you even doing?
Mm.
They're killing me.
Yeah, I uploaded a video, or tried to upload a video to Instagram, and they said, "Oh, all of them are uploaded to Reels." And I was like, "Never mind."
It's
Yeah.
so ridiculous. It is so ridiculous. And it shouldn't take, and it's like, the idea that you are just going to patently refuse to listen to your user base. Because again,
He listened to them
285,000, yeah,
Kardashians.
285,000 people on change, Kardashians, Tegans. I'm like, you're not listening to your user base. And those people that have
Mhm.
built their living on this platform are going to go somewhere else. You know what I mean? If you're manipulating these algorithms and putting that recommended stuff in the feeds, and their stuff is not getting shown, and their user engagement numbers are dropping 40, 50, 60, 70%, they're going to go somewhere else. And that's where you're going to lose. And it's just like, and then it'll be, well, we heard you, now we're going back. And it might be too late at that point. And it's just like, y'all doing the most right now. Y'all doing too much. Too much. Too
Yeah, like I
much.
said, no, I probably wasn't their target demographic, but like I said, I had two relatively large, communities, brands that I had built up on there,
But
and
that
I,
is
I
their
sold
target
one.
demographic.
Yeah, I sold one, and the other one is, I can't really sell it because it's still me. But I
Mhm.
just, I'm not jumping through all these hopes. So I literally post like whenever May 4th comes up, I'll post a May the 4th be with you
Right.
meme. That is, I've done that every year. There might be one or two. I think I might get back into Instagram. What do you guys think? I don't know,
Right.
50, 60, 70 folks that I haven't talked to in a year will say, hey, you really should. And then they don't hear from me for another year.
But multiply you by like the thousands of people that feel that same way, because I believe there are a lot of people out there, and those accounts, they weren't millions of followers, but they were enough. And I feel like a lot of people like you are feeling the same way and be like, well, I mean, I'm not getting no value from this platform anymore because I never know what's going to happen next. So let me just go on over here to TikTok where I can still build a following quickly and easily, and my engagement is where it needs to be and everything else, and do it there. And it's just like Instagram is really cutting off their nose to spite their face right now. They really, really are.
If really people really want to make change, all the videos, what people can do in protest is every single video you see on Instagram has a TikTok logo on it. Then maybe Instagram be like, hey,
Like
wait a minute, we're
we're
doing
doing
something
something
different here.
wrong. Like, come on, yeah.
We're doing
There's
something
a
wrong.
there's a TikTok too of I didn't link it in our show notes, but a guy spoofing Adam Mosseri in his little update, and it's hilarious, and it is so spot on and so accurate. And to your point, Rob, he's like, "We're just here to take your money. We don't care what you say. We don't give a f.
Right.
Like you can complain all you want, but let me know what you think in the
Hmm.
comments because that's what he always does." And it's like, but you're
Hmm.
not listening. You say that, and you sound very sincere, but you're not actually listening to your user base. And I just, I'm like, Instagram, man, don't make me have to pull up. Seriously. Don't
Yeah.
make me have to pull
Like I
up.
said, you have upset the Kardashians. So the world is not right. If, from a social media, like we make fun of the Kardashians, but from a social media standpoint, they have turned themselves into, every single one of them is a multi-hundred millionaire. One of them is a billionaire, and this is all self-made. It's not like they had, clearly their dad had something.
I was gonna say,
um
well,
they didn't start where
They
we're
well,
didn't start
starting
from
from.
scratch. Yeah, they didn't
They,
start from scratch. They didn't have to
but
start from
but
scratch.
they wasn't already billionaires and have just made more on top of their billions. They was millionaires that have turned social media into billion-dollar industries. And so when they're telling you like, hey, this ain't working, well, what had to happen? Adam Mosseri had to come put a video. I was like, oh, we have upset Kim. Let me get in front of this right fast.
It is. It's so crazy. I really would. I just want them to stop this whole chasing TikTok thing that they got going on right now because it's just not working. Again, you have an inferior product in Reels. You're changing the way we engage with it and use it and the rules around it every single day. You're changing the way that people see stuff in there. Like it's just, I mean, they're just throwing a bunch of shit against the wall to see what sticks, and you can't run a business that way when people rely on it for their livings. People out here trying to earn livings, and one day they wake up and their engagement is half of what it was the day before. Like you can't do that to people. You just can't do that to people.
hmm
You know what? We're gonna have to do a show on what is that platform that Isaac Hayes the third
Fan
started?
base.
Fan base. We're gonna
Mhm.
have to talk about that.
I'm gonna reach out to him.
We're
We're
gonna
gonna
talk
get him.
talk
We're gonna
about
get him on the show. Isaac, if you
um
listening, holla at your girl. We need you on the show. Matter of fact, I'm gonna send him a DM right now.
we need to talk about it because there are some other platforms, and one of the things that was going to start thinking is that this is an issue for the people. I want to do the quotes, the creators, the folks who are ultimately trying to become popular off of this and who are also trying to make money off of this. This is a problem for them, but it's also a problem for the regular folks who are just using the platform. I remember when I first started using Instagram, it was a way to share pictures with my friends and family. That's what it was.
That was it.
I have not used it for that in years, in years. And you're starting to see now all of these, these third-party platforms for social media that are kicking up, these membership communities. I mean, we have one. We have our own Discord server, for the Tech Yacht. You're starting to see stuff like this start up. There was an application back in the day. It was called Path. it was a beautiful application. It was it was just pretty. It worked well, but it was building you basically were building a social network of 100 people. Like I think it maxed out at 100. They might have moved the number up because people are saying that 100 wasn't enough. But when it first started, it was 100 people that you could put into your community. It was meant for relatively small communities. And if I wish that there was apps like that now, or, and like I said, maybe a Discord could be like that, circle.io, but these things generally are, like if they're the private memberships, there's like you've got to pay to be in them. Or they're just another application that you've got to figure out. But it's like, I liked it when I could just have a group of 50, 60, 70 folks that I talk to regularly that I can, feel safe in putting pictures of the kids up and know that they're not going to hit the open internet. And I thought at one point Instagram was that, and it just became something different. So
Instagram is on some other. Other
I'm all
nonsense.
for them
I'm
trying
so
to figure
over
it out. But like I said, I'm no longer really an Instagram user. I have the accounts, but it's very rare. Somebody has to tell me, hey, go look at this on Instagram. That's what actually makes me go look at Instagram.